Hey guys, I'm back to do a foundation routine for you guys, and this is going to be my dry skin foundation routine. I've told you guys previously in past videos that my skin has been very dry lately, so I hope this routine helps you guys if you do have dry skin and you don't know exactly what to use. So stay tuned for the video. First thing is to make sure your face has been washed and moisturized, and I already did that already. If you guys want to see a skincare routine from me, let me know in the comments and I'll definitely get to doing that for you guys. So now it's time to prep the skin with a primer. Usually I wouldn't care about using primers, but I feel that primers do help the longevity of foundations, and it just makes the foundation apply smoother to your face. One of my favorite primers that I've been using non-stop is the Maybelline Master Prime Blur and Smooth. I don't need to use a hydrating primer because I already hydrated myself in my moisturizers. This is moisturizing though. It's not really drying to my face, but it is going to smooth out some texture on my skin. You want to let your primer sit in for at least 5 minutes just so it can absorb into your skin. For foundation, I'm going to use the True Match Lumi foundation, and the color I am in is N78. And this is a shade lighter. It's a half a shade lighter than me, but I feel that in the winter times when it gets a little bit colder, this is going to fit me a little bit better. But I do like this foundation because it's luminous and it leaves my skin looking hydrated and glowy. Make sure you shake your foundations first before applying. So I just applied some on the back of my hand. Now I'm just gonna take my Real Technique sponge, and this is great for dry skin because it is a damp sponge and it's gonna add more moisture to your skin. First, I'm going to apply one layer, but I'm gonna apply the most to the darkest areas I have around my face. As you can tell, this foundation is pretty light, but once I add my bronzer and concealer, it will all match perfectly. And you want to just pounce the sponge on your face. You don't want to swipe or sweep. You just want to pounce it on your skin. For a little extra coverage on certain areas, I'm just going to go in with my MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NC50 on the dark areas around my mouth just to conceal a little bit more. Done applying that on the areas I need the coverage, I will take the complexion sponge and blend it into my skin. Let that foundation sit in my skin just for a little bit while I do my brows off camera. For concealer, I'm just going to use my LA Girl Pro Concealer in Fawn, as well as my Revlon Colorstay in Medium Deep. These two give me great coverage and they don't dry out my under eye area. I'm just putting in the areas I would normally highlight. Then I'm going to use the same Real Techniques complexion sponge, and I'm going to use the pointed side and blend that out. Some days I want to cream contour, so I would just use this LA Girl Pro Concealer in Dark Cocoa. And I'm just going to apply this on the perimeter of my face. So the LA Girl Pro concealers, they set very fast, so you want to hurry and blend it. And I'm just taking the same Bro Technique sponge and I'm kind of using the side to blend it out. And you still just want to use padded motions. So I'm just pinching the sponge to blend out my nose contour. Even though my skin is still dry, I still need to set my concealer underneath my eyes or it will crease. So I'm just using my Fit Me powder by Maybelline and 355 Coconut. I'm just going to use this to place this all over the places that I put the lighter concealer. I love to bronze my skin, so I'm just going to use my Covergirl Queen Collection bronzer in Ebony Bronze. It's this gorgeous brown shade. And even though this is a powder, this does have a slight luminosity to it, so it is going to give my face some shine. And it's going to look like my face has more moisture than it really does. So just apply these to the areas that I placed the darker concealer at. And since I haven't set it, this is going to be what I'm going to set it with. So I'm just going to press it in those areas first. So now that I've pressed it in, now I'm just going to blend it, and I'm just going to use circular motions to blend it together. I haven't been using blush, so I'm using the bronzer as a blush just to warm up my cheeks. The last thing I'm going to apply is a highlighter. I've been loving Milani's Bake Bronzer in Glow as a highlighter. This shade is too light for me to be a bronzer, but I like using this as a highlighter. It kind of has a cool undertone to it. So I just apply it on the tip of the nose, right here on this bridge area, right here on the Cupid's bow. I don't apply none on the chin just because I feel like highlighters on the chin can make you look very greasy. So I don't do that, but I do apply it up here on the high points of my cheekbones. And up above my brows as well, just in the middle. See, this just gives a nice glow. This powder highlight doesn't make me drier, but if you are dry and you don't want to use a powder, you can use a cream-based highlighter, or you can use one of ColourPop's eyeshadows as a highlight because it's more of a creamy texture, but I don't get dry up here. So applying this on the high points is perfectly fine. And I always just take a big powder brush and just blend everything together just so it looks seamless and you don't see lines. First, I just pat it in before I start to swirl it together. I'm just going to do the rest of my face off camera and then I will be right back. I just did the rest of my face and this is how the foundation looks now that it has been settled into my skin. I just changed my shirt because I don't know, I wasn't feeling that shirt with this makeup, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I definitely have been loving this routine lately. My face hasn't been as dry and I just love how luminous my skin looks. All the products that I used are pretty affordable, so you can find them at your nearest drugstore. I hope you guys enjoyed this dry skin foundation routine, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.